Good evening, people. Thanks for joining us on this live session of the Culture Talk, and thank you, Anaita, for having us on this talk. Before I start, I want to introduce the Culture Talk. My name is Nisar Grami. I'm the founder of the Culture Talk, and we always come up with a new subject from the different fields where the speaker share their projects, their activities and thoughts, which can motivate and which can give insight for the respective fields. Today we are come up with the new subject, the LGBT community, and Anahita Sarabhai has joined us, who is gay, and we'll be discussing about the LGBT community and their rights and what are the other things which we don't know, but we should know and we should support them. So, Anahita, good evening.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. I'm glad everybody can see both of us.
Yes, definitely. So, what should I like the first question? So, can you tell us a little bit about how it was growing up as a gay? So, it will give a more insight.
First of all, thank you for having me on the Culture Talk. I know a lot of my friends have been Ankit. Ankit should join us. Khali Culture Talk पर चालू है त्यारे join करे ना चाले यहाँ पर इन्हें join करे. Let's see. I think, I always knew that I was queer and that, or at least I knew that I wasn't straight. For the longest time, I didn't really have a word for it because the word didn't exist in the world around me. It wasn't like, okay, everybody's talking about the color blue. So I know when I see the color blue that, okay, that's something I want or that's something I feel for. The word didn't exist. Yeah. So as a child, for the longest time, the feeling existed without the language for it. It existed only as the feeling. And I think that's very important because I think a lot of people experience queerness in India, especially like that. કે આપણા ભાષામાં એને માટે કોઈ શબ્દ જ નથી. અને કોઈ શબ્દ હોય તો એ બનાવેલો છે કારણ કે જરૂરત પડી છે, રાઈટ? પણ એ એક્ઝિસ્ટ નથી થતો એટલે શીખવાડવામાં પણ નથી આવતો. અને બાળકો લોકો ક્યારે કંઈક એક્સપ્રેસ કરી શકે જ્યારે એના માટે શબ્દો હોય, રાઈટ? સો the lack of language for it already meant that the experience of it was very particular until I got to about 11. And then very literally, and this is not a joke, પેલી જૂની ઓક્સફર્ડ ડિક્શનરી આવતી હતી ને, રેડ કેમ્બ્રિજ ડિક્શનરી, રેડ કવર જે બધા સ્કૂલમાં રાખવાની હતી. હા, I used to have one of those, and of course, like every child, I used to go through all the words that we weren't allowed to learn, or like why did our teacher not say this in the book, all of those things. And I found the word gay, and it said gay was for two men, and then underneath it said related words, lesbian. So I went to the L section and I found the word L. And I was like, oh, this at least feels like આમાં એટલીસ્ટ એવું કંઈક છે જેમાં મને એવું લાગે છે, હા, મારા ફિલિંગ્સ ને આ વસ્તુમાં કઈ લાગે વળગે છે, રાઈટ? પણ ઇમેજિન કરો કે તમારી, હા, કંઈક સમથિંગ, it might not be exactly, but it's close enough, કંઈક છે. Versus the zero, it was a good, it was a start at least. Yeah. So growing up was an interesting experience because I was also a child who I think was very outspoken. I was full of energy. I was very loud and I laughed a lot. So I don't think I was very lucky in that I don't think I kept myself kind of hidden away. અને હું ડરેલી રહી એવું નહોતું, પણ કદાચ એના માટે શબ્દ હતો નહીં, કદાચ સારી વસ્તુ હતી એ થોડા સમય માટે, just because of the family that I came from, because I was allowed to just kind of be. Right. And I was being all my versions. It didn't matter. Nobody needed to put a word on it yet. I was so young. Today, I would not at all say that I don't consider myself gay. I don't identify with that word. Mostly, I mean, first of all, because that word usually identifies with two men. But I don't even really identify with the word lesbian anymore. Because to me, it doesn't really encompass all the things that I feel. But because I had no other option, that was the first word that I chose. I was very lucky, I think, that I grew up in a family where I could at least know that whatever kickback I was going to get, it was not going to be violent. And it was not going to be it was not going to, I was not going to get disowned. I was not, so I had a certain amount of protection in that knowledge, which was very important, of course, which most people don't have. પણ એ જાણીને કે ચલો એટલીસ્ટ મારું કુટુંબ એટલું તો સમજશે કે એને એવી રીતે મોટી કરી છે કે એને જે જોઈએ છે એ માંગવું જરુરી છે. એ ગમે તે હોય, પછી અમે સમજતા હોઈએ કે ના સમજતા હોય. મને ખબર હતી કે એવો પોસિબિલિટી છે કે નહીં સમજે, કારણ કે આપણે આજુબાજુ જયારે જોઈએ ત્યારે કોઈ એટલું ઇન્સ્પિરેશન મળતું નથી કે લોકો અલગ વસ્તુ સમજશે આ સોસાયટી જોઈને, રાઈટ? So it was an interesting thing, but it was also very lonely.
Okay.
Because even if you come from a family that allows you to be all your versions, the truth is if you don't have anyone else that looks or feels anything like you, then you feel like an alien, right? That is essentially what we think of when we say, એક સાવજ, આપણે બધું જે શીખીએ છીએ કંઈક જોઈને, આપણા જેવું કંઈક જોઈને શીખીએ છીએ,
જોઈને શીખવા માંગીએ, સાચી વાત છે.
પણ જ્યારે ખાલી અરીસો જેવો હોય જેમાં તમે તમારા જેવાને જોઈ શકો જે તમે જ છો અને તમને કશું ખબર જ ના હોય, ત્યારે you don't have anything to go on. So I think the first person I ever met who was queer and like a real life person in front of me was when I was 19. That's 19 years of not really knowing any queer people, but living as a queer person.
So it was like a fight within.
Absolutely. And I think in a society like this, it is actually always a fight within to start with, because we know how much shit we are going to get. So I think it was a very mixed upbringing. I was very lucky to come, to be able to even come out and, all of that. But yeah, it was a mixture of discovery, self-discovery. Really, I think early on I realized I was different, from at least from the things around me, and because I couldn't see myself in anybody else, I made a very conscious decision to work on myself and figure out who I want to be and make that my priority.
Okay. So before jumping to next question, it is coincidence that this is a Pride month and we are discussing about it, right? So that's a good thing. So second thing, what was it like coming out, and do you think it was easier coming out in a privileged family or it's a harder thing?
Both. I think there's no single answer to this. First of all, I think એક વસ્તુ જાણવી બહુ જરૂરી છે, especially I think તમે disconnect થઈ ગયા છો. Can everybody else still see Nisarg? Guys, બધા નિસર્ગને જોઈ શકે છે કે નથી જોઈ શકતા? Hi Nisarg, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Okay, great. Sorry, I think we're having some internet issue. અહીંયા એક દિવસ વરસાદ પડે એટલે બધાના ઇન્ટરનેટના લોચા વાગી જાય. જો અંકિત આવ્યો છે વટે. વેલ ડન અંકિત, થેન્ક યુ આવવા માટે. I think one thing we need to realize, અને especially આપણું જે થોડું representation છે એમાં પણ એવું શીખવાડવામાં આવે છે અમારા કમ્યુનિટીને પણ કે કમિંગ આઉટ એક આમ ગ્રેન્ડ ઇવેન્ટ જેવું છે. કે you build up to it and it's going to be this one big thing. In one moment you are going to like tell your family like I'm queer or I'm bisexual or I'm whatever, and either they're going to throw you out or they're going to throw a party or you do, but there's this one moment and એના પછી પતી ગયું, તમે કહી દીધું, વાત પૂરી થઈ ગઈ. Actually આનું exact opposite છે.
Okay.
મારું example લો, suppose, right?
Yes.
I suppose I came out to my mother, or like I at least started talking to her about it. I never officially came out to my father, my family also. Dhime dhime. But as most people who live in Ahmedabad know, that when I was about 17, a local tabloid newspaper outed me on their front page publicly, right? Without my consent. Okay, first of all, I was a minor, so this should have been illegal, obviously. And second of all, this was deeply dangerous, right? Because they couldn't have been sure that I wasn't going to face violence.
Right.
They had no way
Right.
of
And we
knowing
don't.
that, and you don't know, right? And
Yeah.
if it had been somebody else, maybe we would have. I mean, it could have been anything, right? You don't know કે reaction શું હોવાનું છે. So
સાચી વાત.
even with that, એક તો સૌથી પહેલા તો એમાં એ વસ્તુ લેવાઈ ગઈ મારી પાસથી કે I was not given control over my own story, and I think that's very important. I think આપણી
Yes.
પોતાની જ વાર્તાઓ પર જો આપણે કંટ્રોલ ના રાખી શકીએ અને આપણાને પોતાનું એક કોન્શિયસ એફર્ટ ના હોઈ શકે કે હા હવે
Right.
હું તૈયાર છું આ માણસને કહેવા કે પેલા માણસને કહેવા કે ના કહેવા માટે, એ પણ તમારો ચોઇસ છે, રાઈટ?
Like you were not
Is
prepared
very
for that.
very important. Yeah, and the thing was, I mean, I was very lucky that I had already told most everybody, right? So it didn't matter, but they didn't
Okay.
know that, right? It could have
Okay,
been
yes.
some different situation, right? એ લોકોને થોડી ખબર હતી કે હું આટલી ઓપન છું આના વિશે ને, you know. The thing
Right.
is, for them it was a story. It was a sensational story, આખું front page for something so ridiculous, something so small actually, right? તો એક તો I think we have to remember કે ખાસ એટલું પ્રેશર મૂકવામાં આવે છે લોકોને આઉટ કરવામાં કે આ
Right.
ખબર પડી ગઈ ને હવે બધાને કહી દો, right? Everybody should know so that we can get that reaction. So that's one thing. The other thing, of course, is that એ થયું છતાંય કેટલા વર્ષો સુધી લોકો હજી પણ થાય છે. લોકોએ મને એવું આમ રેન્ડમલી પૂછ્યું હશે, જે મને સપોઝ હું બાળક હતી ત્યારથી ઓળખતા હોય કે હા ક્યારે બોયફ્રેન્ડ લઈને આવવાની છે ઘરે, right? So every time somebody says something like that, and I have to say actually whatever, I have to come out again, right? And
Okay.
every
Every time
time
you-
through my whole life somebody assumes કે હું તો સ્ટ્રેટ જ હઈશ ને, કારણ કે બધા સ્ટ્રેટ જ હોય છે, ત્યારે મારે એ પ્રોસેસ ફરી શરૂ કરવી પડે,
Right. We have to
right? એટલે
like,
actually your whole
like
life,
educate them. We have
But
to educate them somehow.
right? And the thing is, because the understanding is that all majorities and all quote unquote normalness will be straight, unless I am forced to tell you that I am not that, I will be
Okay.
assumed to be that, right? So
Right.
this process of coming out can be very, so I mean also, you know, so part of that question was કે privileged family થી આવો છો કે નથી આવતા, એનો, you know, what is the difference between those two things in terms of coming out? It can be both, કારણ કે I got a lot of publicity that I didn't want, right?
Right.
જે મારી પ્રાઇવેટ લાઈફ છે એ પ્રાઇવેટ રહી નહીં. હું કોઈક સાવ રેન્ડમ વ્યક્તિ હોત તો કદાચ એ ન્યૂઝપેપરને કોઈ ફરક જ ના પડ્યો હોત, કારણ કે એમને ખબર જ ના પડી હોત, ફરક તો ક્યાં,
Right.
right? So there is also that aspect of a part of your life constantly being in the public eye that you can't escape.
Right.
And then of course you have the choice of whether you want to use that for the good or you want to try and hide from that or whatever, and you know, I've chosen to
Right.
use that as much as I can so that I can share my story and, you know, get other people to hear it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think,
Yeah.
you know, I think to put pressure on people to come out as one event, I think is unfair, because actually हमारी आखी लाइफ हम ये ज करता होइए છે. કારણ કે તમને તો
I
કોઈ
think
કોઈ
in
દિવસ
your-
પૂછતું નથી ને કે first time you bring a girl home, for example, you don't have to first like prepare and tell your parents કે ભાઈ હું છોકરી લઈને આવવાનો છું ઘરે, like તમને તો કોઈ પૂછતું નથી કે તમે straight decide ક્યારે કર્યું બનવાનું,
Right.
right? So it's as stupid to us when somebody does that,
They
and we have to
like
get
everybody taken it for granted, and they-
absolutely.
Right. I think in your case, see, you are from privileged family, but in that scenario, that can be two different scenario. Like once like accepted it, or once cannot accept it. But you
Yeah.
are like from what I say, from open-minded family. They have understood you and they have accepted you. So it was a good thing for you. And I think
Right.
it pushes you to like do some activity in this
Absolutely.
area.
Absolutely.
Right.
Also because
Right.
you know, because so many of my family members chose to use whatever they had been born into, or whatever talents they had, whatever the knowledge they had, to actually work back into the society and for people. So also that inspiration and that learning comes from there.
Yes, obviously. So to the next question, you have studied in US, right? So how do you think it influences who you are and your experience from there?
So I spent 5 years હું કોલેજ યુએસ માં ગઈ હતી. 5 વર્ષ ત્યાં રહી.
What was the age period?
2008 to 13. એટલે
Okay, so almost
18-19 વર્ષની હતી હા ત્યારથી.
Okay.
And then I came back here to live. I think especially the kind of college I went to, that was primarily an arts college, very open-minded, had a very large queer community,
Okay.
was very important. Because you have to understand that I went from a desert where there was one lota of pani where I was living inside, and I got thrown into the ocean.
Yes.
And suddenly I realized that what I had trained myself to be okay with, કે હા મારાથી અમદાવાદમાં રહેવા છે, કઈ વાંધો નહીં, બીજું કોઈ નથી તો, રાઈટ, આ ઇનફ છે મારે માટે. That was detrimental to me. I was almost punishing myself by saying, that it's okay if I don't have any queer people around me, it's okay if I don't have community, હું ગમે તેમ ચલાવી લઈશ. And then suddenly being put in the middle of community where you see people like yourself and you realize I'm not alone, you learn from them, you allow them. What I think my experience there did was, one, allow me to imagine more for myself, which I think is very important. તમે કોઈને imagination જ ના આપો કે તમારામાં તાકાત છે, કે you deserve more, તો એ always પોતા માટે આટલું જ સમજશે, કે આટલું જ ઈચ્છશે, right?
સાચી વાત છે.
એટલે તમે એ ઇમેજિનેશન વગર તમે પોતા માટે પણ શું ઈચ્છો છો એ તમને ખબર પણ નથી, right? So it was only till I was in a place surrounded by queer people that I even realized I could have that, or that was even a reality. So તમે ઇમેજિન કરો કે મારે માટે જે આટલું પ્રિવિલેજ છે, જે આટલું ટ્રાવેલ કરી ચૂક્યું છે, જો મારે માટે એવું હતું તો બીજા લોકો માટે કેવું હશે,
right?
જેને પાસે એ ક્યારેય કદાચ એ ઇમેજિનેશન નહીં આવે, right? So I think one big thing was that, and which is why when I came back to Ahmedabad it was so difficult, because suddenly I knew કે અહીંયા જે મારી પાસે છે એના કરતા વધારે હોઈ શકે છે, right? This is not it. The other thing that I think was very important was, because I was in a place like that, I could give myself the permission to actually grow and continue becoming whatever I wanted to be. કે અહીંયા જ હું ફિટ થઈ શકું એટલું બનવું જરુરી નથી. એક નાની માછલી અહીંયા આ કુંડામાં રહે છે, એ જ્યારે તમે એને ઓશનમાં મૂકો, maybe that fish turns into a whale, because there is space to grow, right? And suddenly that it means something. So one is, that is partially where I learned the idea of the word queer, which I think is very important for all of us to understand, and I'll explain it in Gujarati because I think most people don't know what queer is. જે આપણે LGBTQIA બધા કેટેગરીઝ છે, જેમાં બે સ્ત્રી એકબીજાને પ્રેમ કરતી હોય, કે બે પુરુષ એકબીજાને પ્રેમ કરતા હોય, કે બધા જે ઓલ્ટરનેટિવ્સ છે, એમાં જે કોમ્બિનેશન્સ છે, એ બધાને એકમાં જ્યારે મૂકવામાં આવે છે, એ શબ્દ છે ક્વેર. એટલે જ્યારે કોઈ કહે કે હું ક્વેર છું, ત્યારે એનો મતલબ એ છે કે હું સ્ટ્રેટ નથી, right? The difference between saying I am a lesbian and and saying I am queer is that I am telling you I am not straight versus I am telling you I only love women. So when I say that I am queer, I am giving myself the permission to explain to you that I am not like you, but not closing myself into just one category.
Right.
So tomorrow if I fall in love with a man, that's okay. I don't have to punish myself કે ભાઈ મેં તો કીધું તું હું લેસ્બિયન છું, હવે હું પુરુષ સાથે પ્રેમ કરું છું, પતી ગઈ વાત. I can still be queer, right? અને આ કેટેગરીનો સૌથી મોટો એ જ પ્રોબ્લેમ છે કે સામેવાળાને સારું લગાડવા માટે અને સમજવા માટે આપણે એ શબ્દો વાપરીએ છીએ. અમને સમજવા, અમને તો ખબર છે.
That was my next question. Why we have to define that in LGBTQIA community? Why can we have just
everybody loves everybody?
You want to have separate terminology for this?
I mean, maybe one day we will. Who knows? In some utopia. The thing is, I think categories do two things. One is that it allows us, because we are because we don't have good representation, and because, like me, there are people who feel lonely and don't have others like them around. It lets us feel like, acha, આ હું છું, આ મારું છે, right? આ લોકો મારા છે.
Right.
આપણે આટલું બધું,
Right.
હું ઇન્ડિયન છું, પર આટલું બધું આપણે કેમ પેલું મૂકીએ છે, રાઈટ? એ પેટ્રિયોટિઝમ એ શબ્દમાં આટલો કેમ દબાયેલો છે? એમ તો we are all part of this. Every border is just a line in the sand. We are all part
Yes.
of one big world, right? But why is that pressure that I am Indian, you are something else, this is a border, this is your passport, this is where you belong? That idea of belonging often comes with that word. And the other very important is so that સામેવાળું સમજી શકે. Actually એ શબ્દો અમારા માટે નથી. સામેવાળું, કારણ કે સામેવાળામાં સૌથી મોટો ડર એ છે કે આપણે સમજતા નથી સામેવાળું કોણ છે. That is the fear, right? I am straight, I understand what that means. They are allowed to love whoever they want. That makes us very scared.
Right.
Which is why I want to know कि exactly तू कोने प्रेम करे छे, एवो शब्द आप मने, right? Which of course seems stupid, because it is stupid, but that is the reality.
That is the reality.
Yeah.
Of course. So next thing that I want to ask, because like we see the representation of the same sex as transgender characters in our histories and the scriptures. So do you believe it, and has always been a part of that, that it was of our culture?
I think how we understand the word queer or all the LGBTQ letters today has not existed, because that's a modern creation of language. But various kinds of bodies and various people loving each other without it having to be a problem or without it having to be categorized, absolutely. You can't, if you have human beings in the world, if you have more than 3 human beings in the world, then they will find multiple ways of loving each other. If they are allowed to. If they have the freedom, they will find multiple ways, because people feel differently. You can't deny it. There's nothing you can do about it. તમે ગમે તેટલું કહો કે ભાઈ આ તો હોઈ જ ના શકે, આ વેસ્ટર્ન કોન્સ્ટ્રક્ટ છે, આ કેટલું સ્ટુપિડ છે. હું તમને એક્ઝામ્પલ આપવા, એવી વાત છે કે અત્યાર સુધી અમદાવાદમાં ફક્ત 3 જ ફ્લેવરના આઈસ્ક્રીમ હતા, અને જ્યારે ચોથું ફ્લેવર આવ્યું, જે પણ વ્યક્તિ એ વસ્તુ ખાઈને કહેતું કે મને આ ભાવે છે, એ બહારનું છે. ઓકે, હવે આજે મને આ વસ્તુ ભાવતી હોય અને કાલે એ ભાવતી હોય, તો તમે એવું થોડી કહી શકો એ તો મારા ઉપર છે ને કે મને ભાવે છે કે નહીં. તમે એવું થોડી કહેશો. સો ઇટ્સ અ મેટર ઓફ, if I have the option, if I am told कि, oh, there are 4 flavors, then I will choose from 4. If I'm only told that 3 are allowed and 3 exist, then I don't know there is a 4th.
Right.
So it's a matter of, it's there.
Yes. So what we like and what we don't like, it's up to us. It's not up
and
to
what
others.
we want, right? એ આઈસ્ક્રીમ હું બીજા કોઈના પર ફેંકું તો એ બરોબર નથી, પણ મને ભાવતો હોય તો, as long as it's between 2 consenting adults or multiple consenting adults, then it's nobody's business. And I think it's very important to realize, જે પણ લોકો હજી એમ માને છે ને કે આ વસ્તુ અહીંયાની નથી. I had a very interesting experience which I think is important to put here very quickly is આપણા આર્ટ કમ્યુનિટીમાં પણ, અમદાવાદના આર્ટ કમ્યુનિટીમાં પણ એવા વ્યક્તિઓ છે જેની સાથે મારી વાત થઈ છે આના વિશે, અને એ લોકોએ મને કહ્યું છે, હા પણ એટલે આ ટોપિક પર મેં હજી ડિસાઈડ નથી કર્યું મારા ફિલિંગ્સ શું છે. હવે આ ટોપિક પર, એક તો આ ટોપિક પર ફિલિંગ્સ ડઝન્ટ મેટર તમારા છે કે નહીં. આઈ થિંક નિસર્ગ પાછો ડિસ્કનેક્ટ થઈ ગયો. Shall we wait for him to reconnect? Nisarg, are you there? Can we hear you? Can everybody see Nisarg? It's a bit hard to tell. I can see him, but he's loading. Nisarg, there you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's incredible to think people still think that way.
Yes, but yeah, I think I missed that. You were talking about one of the artists, and you said that they have prepared to like they're not prepared for that?
So I was asking, so basically I had asked them for a conversation and for some support for some of our work, and they basically said, I haven't decided what I think about this yet. Which is
So basically
crazy.
they don't want, basically they don't want to discuss about it.
And they don't want to educate themselves about it. The fact that they
Yes.
believe there is anything for them to decide. એમાં ડિસાઈડ કરવાનું છે શું? હા, એવા લોકો છે જે એકબીજાને પ્રેમ કરે છે. The fact that you think આમાં તમે કંઈક ડિસાઈડ કરી શકો છો કે તમે માનો છો, કે માનવાની પણ વાત શું છે? તમે કોણ થાવ છો માનવા વાળા? Right? But that is the problem, that because we think of it as an external thing, something that came from the outside, that's why we even believe that we can have an opinion on it.
Right. So I think
Right.
you
So I mean,
meet,
the problem is.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, please, Patio.
So basically, you meet lots of people as you are like educator and the performer, and so you come across lots of people, and you also do the activities and pride and the queer about that. I will come up in the next question. So I think you need to face more and more about that compared to what other normal people. So it's a more challenging for you, what I believe.
એક તો હું તમને રોકવાની છું એટલે હું તમને કંઈ કહેવાની છું. I'm also a teacher, and I over time, being a queer person, being a teacher, being a performer, over time I've learned that words hold a lot of power. અને હમણાં જેમ આપણે વાત થઈ ને કે categories કેમ વાપરીએ છીએ આપણે, right? In the same sense, I constantly tell my students that every time you use the word normal, you in your head are imagining that there is something that is abnormal. Right. But normal doesn't mean anything. Right. એ રેફરન્સ પોઈન્ટ જ છોડ્યા વગર નોર્મલ નો કોઈ મતલબ જ નથી. એના કરતા આપણે એવો શબ્દ વાપરીએ જ નહીં જેમાં, એટલે એમાં શું છે, જગ્યા નથી રહેતી બીજા લોકો માટે. આજે આ 5 વસ્તુ નોર્મલ છે તો કાલે છઠ્ઠા માટે બહુ લડવું પડશે કોઈએ, જેમ અત્યારે અમે એ છીએ. Right. Right. So I think it's very important for all of us, for the writers, for the people, for the people who talk about this stuff, to remember what words they are using and really be conscious if those words, what they teach people and what they make people think.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. So the next thing, when did the LGBTIQIA like movement start, and how has striking down of Section 377 made a difference to it? Like, give me some more idea about that.
So I'll keep this one short, also because I know we don't have a lot of time. Ek to I think important to know that there have been lots of different movements with lots of different names. Some have been public, some have been small, some have been very large, but nobody, they've been hidden or they haven't gotten any publicity. But the movements and work for the queer community has existed basically forever. Right. I mean, as soon as you try and oppress a community, the fight will begin for those rights. And this community has been oppressed basically since colonization. Because colonization is the one that brought in this idea of categorization and separation so that they could divide and rule very simply. Right? So that they could say, ke આ લોકોને આપણે transgender કહીએ તો આપણે બધા transgender લોકો માટે એક રૂલ નાખી શકીએ અને એ લોકોએ ગણવું પડે કે એ લોકો જ છે. Right. એ લોકોને નામ જ ના આપો તો એ લોકોને કંટ્રોલ કેવી રીતે કરો? That was the Britishers' main funda. In other parts of the world, I think histories have been different. I think India has actually seen a very long history of queer or LGBTQ or some, it's been different. આપણે અત્યારે જેને movement કહીએ છે કદાચ એ 50 વર્ષ પહેલા દેખાતું હતું અલગ, એટલે કદાચ આપણે એને ત્યારે માની નતા શકતા કે એ movement છે. But if the fight for rights have been going on for a very long time.
Okay. So after Section 377 repealed, so do you think any difference, like do you see any difference in society
Honestly,
in terms of
not.
acceptance?
Not really.
Just on a paper.
I think it's been on paper. It's been important in the sense કે at least અમને ક્રિમિનલ ના ગણતા હો તો પછી અમે અમારા બીજા રાઇટ્સ માટે લડવાનું શરૂઆત કરી શકીએ.
Okay.
Right. So it was the gate. It was the opening of the gate. Gate જ ખુલ્લો ના હોય તો અંદર શું છે એ હજી અમે એના ઉપર કામ ના કરી શકીએ, પણ એ ગેટ પહેલા ખોલવો જરૂરી છે. So Section 377 being struck down, which was very important because it made for an allowance for us to then begin an actual discussion or a fight.
Okay. More legalized way or legitimate way.
Yeah. And it allowed for a little bit less fear. Okay, at least people won't be thrown in jail. That can't be used against us, which is important.
Right,
you know.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, very important, very important. So, so can you tell us more about the Queerabad and how it all started? Where you thought about it?
So Queerabad began in 2016. So we are coming up on our 4th year. When I returned from college, as I was saying earlier, I was suddenly faced with the realization that what I had been okay with before was actually me starving myself. And હવે એ વસ્તુ મારાથી સહન નહીં થાય કે આટલું એકલાપણમાં રહેવું મારા લોકો વગર જ્યારે કોઈ આ વસ્તુ વિશે વાત ના કરતું હોય જે મારી આખી આઈડેન્ટિટી છે એને આટલી છુપાડીને રાખવી ભલે હું આટલી ઓપન હોઉં એના વિશે તો પણ રાઈટ એ મારાથી સહન થાય એમ હતું નહીં. So Queerabad very much was a response to the understanding that there is not going to be anything here. If in all these years Ahmedabad, which is, you know, a huge city with lots of very different kind of people, આ કઈ ગામડું થોડી છે.
Yes, right? Big city.
It's a huge city with all kinds of educational institutes, different kinds of people who have come and gone from here. It's not, you know, it has always been very conservative, no doubt. But if Ahmedabad has not done it so far, then the only way to fix that problem of there being a lack of something is to step up and take responsibility and make it ourselves.
Right.
Because nobody else is going to do it for you. જો તમારામાં એટલું પ્રિવિલેજ અને તાકાત હોય અને સમજ હોય તો તમારી રિસ્પોન્સિબિલિટી બને છે એ વસ્તુ કરવી અને ફક્ત તમારે માટે નહીં બધા માટે. Again, like I was saying earlier, you know, the realization that me, with everything that I had, all the people around me, by then my friends in America that I could be in contact with, if I felt so lonely without my community, then I could not imagine what somebody who didn't have all those means was going through. And I couldn't live with myself. Not
it's kind of scary,
at least trying, not at least trying to create something that would open the doors for people.
Right.
So Queerabad very much was born. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So what kind of activities you do at Queerabad? Tell us something about that.
So Queerabad basically does lots of different kinds of activities. Originally, we started online because we didn't know what kind of response we were going to get. કારણ કે અમદાવાદમાં આવું કશું હતું જ નહીં, right? એટલે ખબર નથી કે અમદાવાદ accept કરશે કે નહીં, very basically. We didn't know if we were going to get stoned or if people were going to come to our events. So she covered. Because, you know, either can happen in reality, right? Like, there is no guarantee about something like this. So we started very carefully, I think, both for our own safety and for the safety of the people who trusted us and came to our events. And it was important. But luckily, I think we discovered within the first 6 months when we did our first event, live event, that the timing of this somehow was perfect. And we were at a time in Ahmedabad's history where I think the community was ready to begin the work and start engaging. It was complete chance. I mean, there would have been no way to know કે આ time perfect છે આના માટે. પણ અમારું જે સૌથી પહેલું ઇવેન્ટ હતું એમાં અમને લાગ્યું કોઈ આવશે જ નહીં. પોએટ્રી ઇવેન્ટ હતું અને એમાં 100 ઉપર લોકો આવ્યા.
Okay.
And for Ahmedabad, for 100 people to come out and sit along, like amongst each other and talk about queerness, it made me want to cry with joy because I could not imagine something like that. So we started like that with small things. And today what we do is we do a bunch of events જે દર મહિને થાય છે. એટલે last Sunday, અત્યારે તો of course કશું થઈ નથી રહ્યું. I mean, online થઈ રહ્યું છે બધું. પણ last Sunday of every month we do something called Ask What You Will. જેમાં બધા જ આવી શકે, કોઈ પણ આવી શકે રસ્તા પરથી બેઝિકલી. એમાં none of our events are only for queer identifying people. All of our events are meant to educate anybody who wants to engage with the idea of queerness. So this is a reminder to anybody who's watching that if you care about learning about other kinds of people, about queer people, please come to our events because it's open for everybody is welcome.
So every night you organize the same place or the different place?
So Ask What You Will happens at the same place because it's easier for people to know the routine. Ke bhai yahan thawanu chhe dar last Sunday. There's another event we
Okay.
have called Rakhadpatti where we meet at a Chano Gallo. And people just come and
Okay.
chat and talk ekdam informal, basically hang out karwa માટે કશું નહીં. You know, because the
Right.
problem has been that also many of us come from homes where we are not free. We don't feel free. So even just to come and hang out with other people like you, where you can be yourself, is very important. So
Very important.
Rakhadpatti is for that. Apart
Right.
from these two, we do a lot of work using education and arts because these are two things that really allow us to reflect, look at our own identities, look at each other without feeling defensive or aggressive. It doesn't have to be a direct conversation all the time. We can also learn through other things. So we
Right,
try and
right.
use these different mediums to do that work. And that can be anything. It can be anything from a movie screening to helping organize Pride to, you know, the scale is also very different. Some events are for 10 people and some events are for 300 people. એટલે એ બદલાતું જાય છે.
Okay. 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 So, what is Pride? This is Pride Month. What I mentioned
So,
in starting.
Basically, actually, India has adopted this as Pride Month because it's Pride Month in America. Because there was
Okay.
a very famous riot called the Stonewall Riots, where a bunch of African American and trans queer people stood up to the police who were trying to beat them up for being queer.
Oh,
So that
okay.
became a historical moment of protest. So which is why,
Right.
and it happened in June, which is why it became Pride Month. I mean, India we don't have one. So Ahmedabad celebrates Pride in February because અત્યારે
Okay.
આવા વેધરમાં તમે બહાર ચાલવા જાઓ તો તમે બેહોશ થઈ જાઓ.
Not possible.
એટલે but there are other cities in India that choose June as well. Pride is
Okay.
perhaps the only Pride is a protest. First of all, it's a protest against oppression of multiple identities, any identities that fall outside what people think of as acceptable and normal.
Okay.
It was always something that was driven by the queer community, but the idea is that anybody is welcome. Anybody who has felt that kind of oppression is welcome to join Pride. And
Okay.
Pride is the only protest in the world so far that is driven by the idea of love and celebration, which is why
Okay.
Pride is such a fun event, because usually it's about being yourself, allowing yourself to laugh, allowing yourself to be comfortable and present. But
Okay.
we have to remember that it is a protest. That protest is putting our bodies in front of the world.
Okay. Okay. So, see, I am from the corporate. I am in IT field. I see the people around us and how they look at. If they are not, then too they look at something like different. So from let's say from the LGBTQIA community, do you face or people around you from the same community like any difficulties in their career opportunity, or what can be done in that area?
I think it's a very difficult one. Again, as usual, the transgender community faces it the hardest. કારણ કે જે આપણી hierarchy છે જેમાં, you know, the people who are most oppressed, એમાં transgender people are very often at the bottom. કારણ કે આપણે especially suppose Hijra community ને લેવા જઈએ, ત્યારે we are okay with them as long as they are begging, or as long as they are living in their little communities. But the moment they try and be something we don't understand or we don't already know, it becomes a problem. So I remember we used to have a trans friend who was a dancer, and she usually ended up arriving late to all our meetings because no rickshaw wada would take her.
Oh.
Because she was going to work and they would not let her sit in the rickshaw. So it comes at every level. It's not just in the corporate or not just within the office building, but even in there, you have to either pretend to be a proper man or a proper woman. If you are somewhere in between, then you're going to get bullied anyway, right?
Okay.
If there is sexual harassment that happens in the office, your sexual harassment policy will not even recognize you because it's always within the man and woman binary. So
Right.
there is no law where you exist within that. So એવી બહુ બધી નાની નાની જગ્યાઓ છે જ્યાં એ ઓપરેશન ફેસ થાય છે અને હરાસમેન્ટ ફેસ થાય છે. Oh, we've lost him again. બિચારો. નિસર્ગ, let's just wait 1 minute in case you guys can hear me. There you are. Okay.
Okay.
આજે ઇન્ટરનેટ નો
I
તો
think
છે જ પ્રોબ્લેમ.
Right. Just
Sorry,
a second.
everyone. Yeah.
Right. So coming to the end of this session, one thing, hopefully many people many people are like seeing us and listening us, so they
હું
must be
actually
curious.
આગળનું ક્વેશ્ચન નું પતાવી દઉં, મેં પૂરું ના કર્યું, હું તમારી રાહમાં.
Oh, maybe, yeah, sure. I thought it
Sorry.
was like
No.
finished. Yeah,
I
go
just
ahead.
wanted to finish that. I think જે પણ નાની નાની વસ્તુ છે ને, we were, for anybody who's just joined, we were talking about queer people, transgender people, hijra community, it can be anything, even gay men who show as effeminate or gay men who don't show as effeminate, women who are butch, the whole spectrum of people, right? I think jobs મળવા બહુ જ મુશ્કેલ છે, કારણ કે તમે બહુ જ સિમ્પલ મેન વુમન, મેન એટલે આ 10 વસ્તુ, વુમન એટલે આ 10 વસ્તુમાં જો ફિટ ના થતા હો તો તરત તમારે કોઈક ને કોઈક જાતનું હરેસમેન્ટ ફેસ કરવું જ પડશે. એટલે આઈ થિંક આપણે હરેક આપણી નાની નાની વસ્તુઓમાં એ યાદ રાખવું જરૂરી છે કે જ્યારે પણ વી સે મેન ઓર વુમન, જ્યારે પણ વી થિંક ઇન ધ બાઇનરી, which means two, black or white, man, woman, in the two, we have to remember that there are people who don't fit that, and there you have to consciously make space for them,
Right.
so that they can feel comfortable, because we've already built a world that is very hard for them, or hard for us.
Right.
In reality, I think that's very important, and that goes from everything from schools to corporations to medical clinics to gyms. All those places make it impossible for people who don't fit those two categories to exist without feeling fear. And I think it's very important for straight people, for cis people, to work extra hard to make space for them.
Right. So before I come to the next question, or maybe the last question, if guys, if you are seeing it, if you have any question, then please you can share it with us. We can take few questions.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. So we have many people who is attending this live session. So any message or anything that you want to share with us, that which we have not covered in this session, but still you want to share anything with people?
I think the main thing that I would share, there's always lots to talk about, and I do hope that if there are questions, even if we don't have time to deal with them today, I can answer them and put them up as a video, or Nisarg and I can have a little extended conversation. So please feel free to ask. What I think I'd say to all the people who see this today and once it's been posted is that હવે એવો સમય નથી રહ્યો જ્યાં આપણે અનડિસાઇડેડ રહી શકીએ આ બધી વાતો પર, કે મને નથી ખબર, મેં ડિસાઇડ નથી કર્યું. તમારી પાસે એટલી જગ્યા પણ છે વિચારવા માટે કે મેં ડિસાઇડ નથી કર્યું, એનો મતલબ તમારામાં પ્રિવિલેજ છે, કે તમારી લાઈફ એટલી ઈઝી છે કે તમે એવું બોલી પણ શકો છો. That means you have a responsibility to make space for other people.
Right.
અને એ આપણે હવે નહીં કરીએ તો એ નહીં ચાલે. અને એ મારે માટે પણ છે, હું ક્વેર છું એનો મતલબ એવું નથી કે મારી રિસ્પોન્સિબિલિટી નથી દલિત લોકો માટે જગ્યા બનાવવી, બીજી સ્ત્રીઓ માટે જગ્યા બનાવવી, મારા પોતાના કમ્યુનિટી લોકો માટે જગ્યા બનાવીને એ લોકોને વધારે તાકાત આપવી. We all have a responsibility to be conscious. Look at the way the world is going today.
Right.
The whole world is falling apart, and that's not just COVID. COVID actually interestingly આપણાને દેખાડી રહ્યું છે કે આપણે કેટલી ખરાબ દશામાં છે આખી દુનિયા અત્યારે. રેસિઝમ થી તમે લઈને સેક્સિઝમ જુઓ, તમે વાયોલન્સ જો લોકો જે કરી રહ્યા છે અલગ અલગ જગ્યાએ. This is the time to actually start taking a stand and not just be like, અચ્છા હું પોલિટિકલ નથી, મને નથી ખબર. આ બધી વસ્તુ પોલિટિકલ છે. તમે કોઈને શું વાત કરો છો, તમે કઈ જાતનો પ્રેમ કરો છો, એ બધું પોલિટિકલ છે. ખાલી જે લોકો પેલા બિલ્ડિંગમાં બેસે છે એ જ ખાલી પોલિટિક્સ નથી. And we have to start being conscious and take those steps and be responsible. બહુ તમે કાવર્ડ છો જો તમે એવું કહેવા ચાહતા હો કે મને નથી ખબર, મારે નથી વિચારવું. એ તમારી પ્રિવિલેજ છે અને હવે એને માટે હવે જગ્યા નથી. આ દુનિયાને આપણે થોડી પણ બચાવી હશે ને તો આ વસ્તુ નહીં ચાલે. It's just we don't have that space and time anymore to sit on the fence and say, I don't know, I don't care, I haven't decided, I'm not sure about it. Educate yourself if you don't know. It's good to not know because that means there is a question to be answered. That is the only way we learn. That, you know. And one other thing I'd like to say, sorry, before we end, is I know a lot of people within Ahmedabad, and I'm hoping, you know, there are people who will watch this, have started understanding કે you know, हमें જ્યારે સ્ક્રિપ્ટ્સ લખીએ કે हमें ટીવી શોઝ બનાવીએ કે हमें થિયેટર કરીએ ત્યારે કે हमें ડાન્સ બનાવીએ, I mean it can be anything, right? ત્યારે અમારે આ કમ્યુનિટી વિશે વાત કરવાની જરૂરત છે. The problem with that is અમે તમારો પ્રોજેક્ટ નથી. If you want to help the queer community or any community that has been marginalized, don't talk on their behalf. Don't make up stories on their behalf. Go to them and give them the space to tell their own stories.
Involve them.
Right? ખાલી એ લોકો વિશે વાત કરવી હવે નહીં ચાલે. કારણ કે એ જુઠ્ઠું છે. અમે બધા એમને બેઠા છે અહીંયા સાઈડમાં. We exist and you know us. Right?
Definitely.
If you want to tell a queer theatre story, get a queer actor. Give them the space to be that person on stage and actually tell their own story. You don't have to make it up. Right? So really start taking responsibility in the things you create, in the things you say, and how much you educate yourself. There are groups like ours that literally all our work is about helping people educate themselves.
Right.
So use that. Use those resources. Come to us. Ask the questions. If you don't ask questions, you can't learn.
Right.
And I think that's what I'd like to say.
Yes, so that's very good. So what I personally feel in this COVID-19 situation, and we have been through this lockdown, and personally, this is my personal view, that this is kind of pause button that we have received from the nature.
Universe.
That it that allow us to think for ourselves and what is happening around us. And if we don't like use this situation, then we'll go nowhere. We have to like accept this, and we have to learn.
And we will never get this opportunity again.
Yes.
આપણા generation ને કોઈ દિવસ absolutely અત્યારે નહીં કરીએ ને તો ક્યારે ફરી વારો નહીં આવે. And we'll look back and realize that we were fools, so we must do it now.
Right. So it was a great talking with you, Anaita. So thank you very much, and hopefully we'll meet and we'll talk again on the Culture Talk.
Absolutely, sounds good. Thank you for having me, Nisar. All right, thank you everybody for joining.
Thank you everybody. Bye.
All right, bye.
Bye.